I don't know if anybody else, but when you're waiting to call in, somebody calls in, you're like, you forget what you were originally calling in about. You want to talk about something else.
That's awesome.
You know, I about lost my kid in Washington, D.C. about 10 years ago or so. We were on the mall, and you know, she's about 5 or 6, and she sees the escalators at a museum. I'm like, sure, you can take the escalator up. And I think she's just going to come right back down. And she didn't come right back down. And, you know, you kind of just not really there in the moment.
Yeah.
And then she's gone. And then you're like, oh, my God. And thank God for about 8 minutes of hell, we found her. So I can't imagine.
What happened?
You know, well.
Uh-oh.
He was not abducted. He remuted. It's okay. He's still
there.
Here.
We go. All right, cool. Yeah, the security guard found her. Wow. A lady, thankfully. But you know, you just as parents, I don't know, man. You just make the mistake of looking away or thinking something's all right.
Yep.
And it can change your whole life. And for about 8 minutes or so, mine was over. And but thankfully we found her, but some people don't, and that just brings up just horrible feelings. The real reason I was calling, because I know how much you love the moon and how much Brandon loves the Bible, so I figured I would bring them together, right?
Well done.
Yes, I worked on that one.
Well done.
So I just real quick, because for me it really it brings the moon into a different perspective than I think I've really heard anybody go to. And just real quick, I won't turn it into a Bible study, Brandon, I promise.
Do your worst.
God said in Genesis chapter 1, verse 14, he said, God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years, right? It says, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. So in verse 16, he says it this way, and God made two great lights, a greater light to rule the day and a lesser light to rule the night. Now, I'm no genius by any means, but when God says light, I think he means light. Now, we know the moon today does not produce light. It is a reflector of light.
Yep.
So either God's a liar or the moon changed.
You know what I think?
Well, I know God's not a liar.
Yeah.
We don't want to know what you think, Brandon.
This is good. This is what he gets for putting my buddy in my face.
That's right. Yeah. You attack my buddy, I'm going to attack you, buddy. I'm kidding, y'all both my buddies, but I mean this for real. Like God said, a lesser light. So lesser light would, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, well, what's the greater light? It's a ball of fire, right? Just a big one. A lesser light would be a smaller ball of fire, right?
Yeah.
So what is the moon? What was the moon before the flood? Because before the flood, it never rained. There was a canopy of in and around the earth, and water came up from below the earth, right? So the moon, if there was a canopy, let's say like a layer, it would have to be far more bright than it is today to even be visible.
Yeah, I think it was Megan in the chat. I missed it, but she said that the moon changed. You know,
yeah.
Like I do think there's something there. You know, I don't know what it is. I just think it's changed.
Well,
and I
think
think
about it
maybe
like
did
this:
have light.
a dwarf star further away, right? This dwarf star dims, and as it's dimming, and once it loses its ability to do what it did for the Earth, like, you know, as far as magnetically and the effect that it had being stronger, once that happened, it caused the earth to break apart, and then it released the waters that were under the earth, which literally flooded the earth. The flood was not a result of the rain. The floods were there when the rain fell. If you read Genesis, the floods covered the earth and then it rained. So the water came from below the earth. And that effect that something changing in the moon had on the gravitational whatever of the earth, I think, during the flood. And then the earth pulled that rock closer. And it's the moon we have today. That's just my thoughts. But yeah. It's not a light anymore, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. I think it was hijacked by something else.
The devil borrowed it.
Perhaps, or China. Maybe the same thing.
Well, they're the same thing.
Yeah. Wait, we didn't hear Brandon's answer, though.
I mean, like, my answer in terms of what I think it is, how I think it got there.
Yeah.
Do I think it's changed? I mean, yeah, I'm sure it has. It's been a long-ass time. I haven't been here for most of it, you know.
Yeah.
39 years isn't shit in the lifespan of a giant space rock, but...
You're a baby.
I do. Yeah, well, you know, I try. But I don't think I'm that big of a baby because now I get excited when they card me at the gas station. That's a natural reaction to getting old. But yeah, someone said it earlier. Something about someone tells Shane that the moon is a rock and he's an idiot or something. I think
I saw that's the first chat on
somebody
That's
put
good.
it in chat.
That's good. Have you ever been? Have you ever been to the moon?
Have you ever been to the moon?
You've never been.
They're growing beans on the moon.
Oh yeah, that's what
they are. They are growing beans on the moon. Yeah. But you know, literally, it used to be. All I'm saying is the Word of God says that He created a lesser light. And for it to be a light, something, in my opinion, for something to be a light, it has to produce light. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and there could have been something else. The story of the moon creation, I just don't buy, and I do think something's there. I just think we don't know the full story, and maybe we never will.
Well, it doesn't create light, but it mirrors light, right?
Yeah.
So,
wouldn't God know that? Wouldn't He say, well, I'm going to create a greater light to rule the day and then, something to reflect that light to rule the night? Like,
if He is as all-knowing and omnipotent as everyone claims, then yes, I would think that He should know this.
He should know that. I mean, and if He says light, I'm just thinking He means light. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. I agree.
That was my thought.
Well,
thanks for your time, fellas.
I'll just leave it with this. Renee says the moon is cheese, and she might be right.
That's right. Gouda.
Gouda. Awesome, man. Well, have a good night.
Thanks, Jamie.
Later.